The crime thriller film Training Day is without question a bona fide classic. This was my first time I saw the film, and yeah, I have seen parts of it in the past, but my first time ever watching the full movie, I must say that it's unfortunate it took me so long to watch it, but I must admit this is an awesome movie in its own right. The success of this film cannot be underestimated. So the story of this one is that two LAPD narcotics officers, in over a 24-hour period, both of them deal with crime-infested neighborhoods in Los Angeles. And from there is one of the best movies I've seen from the early 2000s. Seriously, the acting, the story, the music, it all makes for a movie that is still worthwhile even more than 20 years later. The director of this film, Anton Fuqua, he's directed some great movies in his career, and this is without question one of the best films he had directed up to this point. I really do like the title of this film, Training Day, because it's this rookie cop, Jake Hoyt, who is learning the ropes from the corrupt police officer, Alonzo Harris. And so when Jake witnesses a crime he cannot ignore, then it's up to him to make things right. When it comes down to it though, this is a bona fide classic. If you've never seen this movie, then check it out because it is well worth the time. I love the cast in this film. Like literally, Denzel Washington is without question one of the best actors in Hollywood. The guy's been in movies for decades now at this point. So he's playing this corrupt cop. And so the chemistry between Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke is amazing. Ethan Hawke's playing the straight and narrow cop. And then later on in the film, Alonzo crosses the line and kills that drug dealer. And then, Ethan Hawke's character, Jake, he's like, that's enough. And it leads to some interesting moments between these two characters all throughout the film. There's also small cameo roles from Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and even Terry Crews, even though he doesn't have any lines. This was his second movie he's ever been in. And I have to say that Eva Mendes also shows up. She did a good job. And then there's Cliff Curtis. This was probably the first film I might have ever seen him in. I saw him in Fear the Walking Dead years ago. That's why I first saw the actor, but this is probably the first film I've seen him in. And I must admit that this guy has range. He's playing this Hispanic gangbanger. And even though he doesn't appear to more than an hour in the film, he does a great job. The whole cast is terrific in this movie. At the end of the day, though, this movie's legacy speaks for itself. And it's so great that it's now one of my favorite films of all time. I'm giving this film a 9 out of 10. This one is so iconic, it actually spawned a TV series and a prequel that's coming out sometime in the future. And what is cool as well, Denzel Washington also won an Oscar for his performance in this film, and Ethan Hawke was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. If it wasn't for the performances of Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke, I would have rated this lower simply because their chemistry is so good that it really makes the film. And the interaction between these two characters makes for some great entertaining moments in this movie. Seeing that Jake, he is this cop who's not willing to cross that line, and Alonzo is this immoral cop who's willing to do whatever it takes in order to make a statement. At the end of the day, this film is highly regarded as a must-watch. And not only that, but it has a story that's compelling and characters that are very entertaining as well. And that is my review of the film Training Day. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.